I stay strong, forever young, may you live long. With perseverance, hold on and stand tall. Never back down with my back against the wall. I'm an overcomer, I overcame it, y'all. I conquered every mountain, I've been through it all. Yeah, I've been through it all. I'm fearless.
Nothing can ever hold me back.
Nothing.
I am unstoppable.
I'm unstoppable. I'm fearless. Yeah. I'm fearless. You know.
I'm courageous.
Yeah.
I'm strong.
I'm strong.
I'm unbreakable.
I am.
Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Msnaturally Mary here. Today we are doing another slay session. I have some more heat for y'all. Y'all know we always do it right over here on this channel, and Janet Collection is always hooking us up with some amazing crochet protective style options. In this video, I'll be showing you guys their poetry / butterfly locks, and they are so natural, so realistic, and so long. In my last video, I showed you guys how I installed their short bob style butterfly locks, and those were so amazing. And those are really chunky, but these are on the thinner, more narrow side. I got mine in length 24, but they also come in length 18. I'll be sure to link both of them down below, but let's get into how they were installed. So guys, my plan was to try to install these locks myself, but I wanted to try the individual method. And while I have tried the individual method in the past on my own, my parting is always on the struggle bus. Leave a comment down below if you struggle to get really precise parting as well. Y'all, the struggle is real. So I decided to get a stylist to install them for me, and this stylist was actually referred by my photographer. Her Instagram handle is Hair by Jessie, and when I saw her work, I was very impressed. I love the style of parting that she does. For this particular install, I didn't necessarily want to go for the regular square parting, but I wanted something a little more funky, and Hair by Jessie nailed it. Like, look at how great this parting looks. She's able to do the zigzag, the curve parting, and she actually says that that's her signature and she loves doing that parting style. It's not a problem. She does it with ease, and she's going to tell you how she actually is able to achieve the curve parting without any problem.
So I take the teeth out of the cone, like about 4 teeth. I really just
broke that on somebody's teeth.
no. I have like 1,000 of these, but I have to always buy them so this can be sharp.
Yeah.
But I just push my thumb through, and it helps me do round parts.
That is
Literally.
I was literally trying to find a comb on Amazon, and they were
like,
expensive.
These are $1 at the beauty supply.
Wow.
So I get like a handful every
Take
time.
out the teeth. That's
Literally.
a good idea.
Y'all, how genius is that? That is such a phenomenal idea. And I feel like it would also work if you're trying to achieve the square parting as well. Jessica was giving me such great tips. I loved her energy, and she's super fast. So for the braiding process, she actually went about plaiting my hair, but not all the way down to the end. She braided it probably halfway and then left the other part out. She shared with me that you can braid it all the way down to the end, but it's really not necessary, and it makes the takedown process so much easier. So right now I'm going to allow you all to watch this process as she plaits my hair up, gets the braid pattern all together, and then I'll come back on when we get to the portion where she actually crochets in the locks.
What you need to lend a helping hand when you wake up, just know that we're always there. And when you call, we'll answer you and always get you through. It don't matter where you go, cause we're always there. Through the fire, through the change, we ain't afraid, gonna be here every day. We walk the miles, make the space, take the time, never late. We do it right. Always on your side. 'Cause we do it right. Any place, anytime, we're always there. Rain or shine. 'Cause we do it right. days when you need someone to trust, we are always there. Set your goals, live your dreams, you can always lean on me. In blue skies are gray, we are always there. And through the fire, through the change, we ain't afraid, gonna be here every day. We walk the miles, make the space, take the time, never late. We do it right.
All right, y'all, so the braiding portion is all finished, and this is the jam that she used. I really like this jam. I feel like it really helped to slick my hair down really nicely, and it works so much better than the other jam that I've attempted to use in the past. My hair looks so neat, and it took her probably about 30 minutes to an hour to complete this entire process. Actually, on her website, she says that her service time for this type of install should take 4 hours, but she was actually able to get it done in less than 4 hours, and we were recording. What? That doesn't happen. And another thing that I loved is that she was very intentional about caring for my natural hair, because a protective style can't truly be a protective style if your undercare isn't done well. She put moisturizer on my end, she oiled my scalp and everything. I just love that. And her prices are reasonable. So if you're in the Dallas area, you should absolutely check her out. I'll be sure to leave her information down below, so be sure to check the description box. Now for the faux loc install. Now the way that I like to describe this method is a knotless method, because the way that she installed the locks was done so in a manner to where you will not see that chunky knot that you generally see whenever doing a crochet style of this manner. The process is kind of tricky to explain, but I'm going to attempt just to give you guys a starting point. She worked in sections, attaching each individual loc to each of the plaits that she created, and she did this by crocheting the loc into the second groove of the braid, and we will do a close-up later, so don't worry. After completing this process on the first row, she's now going to take some spring twist hair, she's going to crochet that in, and then she's going to begin to wrap it around the braided hair as well as the loc. So she's connecting the two of those, taking the spring twist hair, and she's going to wrap it around in order to conceal it, and she goes down the length of my braid and then works her way back up so that she can fully cover my hair as well as the top of the loc. I hope that makes sense, but don't worry, Jessica's going to explain it more later on. And for this wrapping method, any spring twist hair will work. I believe the Janet collection also has spring twist hair, so you all can get it from them or just anywhere. It doesn't matter.
Wake up and listen to my anthem. Tune out the noises from my past and look up, remember where my help comes from. Yeah. Push back, I'm tired of feeling broken. Truth rings louder than emotion. Take time, remember what it means to love. Yeah. Here's another chance to see the change we need. See a miracle when we walk these streets. Living life in the light, redefining the land of the free. I can feel it, there's something in the water. Anything is possible. Come on and move like the power of the river. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Reach out my hands to the heavens. Let go so I can hold the blessing. You've been better than I've been to myself. Yeah. Lay down my weapons for the wisdom. Sing loud the voice that I've been given. So loud, believe until the walls come down. Yeah.
So I put the crochet hook through the first little knot, like with the braid. So I don't go through it like this, like how everyone does. I put it through like the first or second little hook.
Oh.
And I don't crochet the whole loop through. I grab a little piece of it, just enough for it to be secure. So all of this other loop is still right there. And I'm only pulling the braid through.
So you insert it
Through
through.
like the first little, I don't know what to call it. First little braid hump.
Okay.
Crochet just a little piece. Pull it through. open the hook and pull the braid through.
So I was thinking you were just going under the braid. Oh.
Okay.
I guess that helps so that it's not, it reduces the tension too, because I don't feel any tension.
So I don't pull it through.
Yeah.
You know, this big, thick thing.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, why don't I feel that?
Literally.
What is she doing?
Let me try to, can you zoom in? I can show this back in.
As I'm sure you all have noticed, Jessica goes row by row, attaching the lock to each of the braids that were created with your natural hair. And then after doing that, she grabs some spring twist hair and begins crocheting that in and wrapping that over the braided hair and the lock. This helps to cut down on time, and it's just a good way to help keep everything organized. This is a really good tip for those who are trying to do this on their own as well. And we will give you all more up close shots as well as more explanation in upcoming clips. And stay tuned because Jessica will also show you guys how to actually remove the locks.
It goes lights, camera, action when I step into the limelight. Easily adapted to the high life. Dressed to impress like it's prom night. And when you live in top shelf, you know you gotta set the bar high. Had the same dreams since we was kids. Big trips, big cars, and even bigger cribs. Never thought that it would happen just the way it did. Fast forward that now, it's just the way we live. That's good food and drinks. My mood makes you think that this life's made for a king. The room starts to shake so smooth if you blink, you might just miss the whole thing. It's just a different way to move in the high life. So many different things to do within the high life. That's good food and drinks. My mood makes you think that this life's made for a king. So many different things to do within the high life.
So you take the crochet hook and you put it not on the first one, but on the second little hook. So it's open. You grab a little piece of the loop and you basically pull a little piece, not the whole loop. Close it, pull it through, open it, and you put the braid on the latch, close it, and pull the braid through. Pull it to make sure it's secure.
And the rest of the loop is just under the braid?
Yeah, the rest of it is going to be covered. All of this is going to be covered. Basically, you're just attaching it so it doesn't fall off.
Oh. And then you're going to wrap hair over down the length of your hair.
I'll take spring twist hair and I split it in half. And I'm going to crochet this through the braid and the lock so it doesn't slip. So instead of going through the base like you normally would crochet, we're not going to do that. We're going to loop it. We'll push it through the braid at the top and put it through that loop or a piece of the lock. So then you attach the spring twist and you pull it all the way through. You grab the other side and pull it through. So now you have this spring twist hair is in between the braid and the lock. So it's secure. So if it slips or anything, the lock is not going anywhere. Now this side of the spring twist. So you can either do it halfway, like make it even on both sides. I just do it enough to cover the real hair. So you grab all of this and just leave the left side of the spring twist. So you go to you wrap around the base. I wrap at least 3 times. Just so it gets tight at the root. After that, you just wrap. I just take my thumb and wrap to the right. And you just go down. It doesn't have to be neat. Since they're locks, you just keep going until you pass your real hair or the other piece of spring twist. So I'll look and see, okay, sometimes I'll grab the spring twist and just start wrapping up.
Oh, once you get to the length of it, then you wrap.
So I'll either pass the length of your hair or get to the other side of that spring twist and grab it and just do the opposite going up.
I'm going to have to practice for like ever to figure out how to do this.
And then you just knot.
You make it look so easy.
It is. Even when you get to the end, since it's curly and messy hair, you just keep wrapping until there's nothing there. And sometimes if I feel like it's loose or something where the braid is, I'll grab a little piece. Like, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll grab a tiny piece of spring twist and crochet it through the same way and literally just wrap it just to tighten it up in that area.
Like, I don't feel any tension at all. It's crazy.
And we're done with that one.
But
But
you don't have that bulky
for
root.
like takedown, like you see where your braid is right here? Literally to take down, you pull your braid out, cut the other hair, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Like now I'm going to put a piece right there to cover your braid a little bit. But literally, it's
So I would find where my braid is,
literally
pull it out.
and then cut the lock and the fake hair.
Okay.
And then the rest will just come down. That's kind of how you take down all my locks. Like the soft locks, messy locks. You just find your braid and cut around.
And now it's girls, 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 how you dope? The coupe only sit two, but in the back I got four. Talking about this high life, I mean as high as it go. That's kites, planes, clouds, the bank accounts that I own. Funny thing, it all started from a pen and a poem. Whoever thought that this could pay off all of my student loans? About to throw a party, invite everybody I know. Let me send a mass text to everyone in my phone. That's good food and drinks, my mood makes you think that this life's made for a king. The room starts to shake so smooth if you blink, you might just miss the whole thing. It's just a different way to move in the high life. So many different things to do within the high life. That's good food and drinks, my mood makes you think that this life's made for a king. So many different things to do within the high life. Talking about this high life, I mean as high as it go. Easily adapted to the high life. Talking about this high life, I mean as high as it go. Easily adapted to the high life. It's just a different way to move within the high life. So many different things to do within the high life. That's good food and drinks, my mood makes you think that this life's made for a king. So many different things to do within the high life.
All right, y'all, these are the finished results. These poetry locks look absolutely stunning. I'd love to leave them in for the rest of my life, but you all know I cannot do that because I like providing different hair options for you guys. But this spring and summer, this style would be such a great protective style to be able to have your hair tucked away, moisturized, and protected. Your hair will be able to flourish. These were super easy to install, and I really love the new Knotless method. That method is so bomb. Hopefully, I'll figure out how to do it on my own, but I hope that this tutorial was very helpful for those who want to DIY this process. Let me know if you guys have tried this. Have you ever seen this method? I had never seen it before and it turned out amazing. Let me know if you all want to see another video on how I styled this hair. I did already record it, but I wasn't sure if that's something that I should do. And I felt like this video was already too long to add styles. So y'all just let me know. And these styles would be great for box braids. They will be great for any type of locks that you might have or twist. So just leave a comment down below. Check the description. I'll have all the links and specifications for this hair down there, as well as Jessica's information if you all want to check her out. I look forward to your comments and feedback. Now we're going to give you all another explanation of how to take them out. Be sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you aren't already. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.
Can you see? So you basically pull at the top until you see, like separate until you see your real hair, the braid. And you basically just pull your braid out. This one has braid hair included in it. This is fake hair that I'm cutting.
Yeah.
Let's say all of this is your hair, the real braid. This is the lock and the fake hair. So you just cut that off. That leaves you with the top of the lock and the fake hair. You just twist it out.
Wow. So that's easy.
Yeah, and you see how it's not braided all the way? It makes your takedown easier too.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is unbraid that and come out your build-up.
And you said you had moisturizer and oil too.
So with the takedowns, I always spray an oil at the root, massage it, and it comes right out.
Okay.
Or you can use apple cider vinegar, spray it at the root, massage it. So when you do comb it out, the only hair that's coming out is the hair that's been shedding. Okay. And that's it.
Awesome.